Hey guys, if you like my videos, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell to get alerted for future uploads. This one started out good. I thought it had potential to be a cute slice of life type show since it starts off with a little girl losing her parents and having to move into her aunt's hot spring resort. The little girl held up so strongly, but when things settled down she finally began to grieve. I was okay with this anime up until this point because a ghost boy appears out of nowhere and begins to call her names. What bothers me is that no one even notices the ghost, even though the girl makes it painfully obvious that she is talking to him in front of them. Before I knew it, the show had just become a light comedy that I didn't find to be very funny. I initially didn't have any problems with this anime either. The twin sisters are absolutely adorable if you like chibi characters, and again I thought maybe it would be a cute slice of life type show. I did not expect that one of them tries to often wake the other by lifting up her dress to look at her panties though, or that the brother would give off such a creeper vibe. I could have warmed up to this probably, but overall it just got very boring very quickly. Each episode is only 3 minutes, so there isn't really a chance to give the characters any depth other than what I already mentioned. It was almost refreshing that the guys in this anime looked more real than the guys in other anime and that they had flaws instead of just being perfect all of the time. It was just like real people having real problems, except you can't actually relate to the main character at all. The only thing on his mind are how much money can he make and how much do the other players make. He bases each person's worth on their salary. I just didn't like it. I'm not a sports anime fan, but even if I was, this anime barely focused on baseball itself, as he was always talking about money as he was playing. The whole time he just thinks, money, 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 money! This anime is supposed to be a comedy about butlers having battles with one another. However, it doesn't hit its mark on anything other than pretty boy character designs. A couple of the scenes were interesting, but those were far and few between. A lot of the time the comedy was lacking and you aren't even really sure what's supposed to be happening. The cast is made up of every character stereotype we have seen before in other anime, but with less personality than the ones before them. Overall, it just feels generic and bland. First, let me start by saying that I find it so weird that they call themselves periods. Of all the titles and roles that they could have given themselves, why did they call themselves periods? Based off the character designs and plot, I thought this would be mainly aimed towards younger children, but it's actually rated PG-13. My biggest irk about this anime is that it obviously gives away who the evil villain is towards the start of the first episode. The characters within the anime even know how lame most of the characters are, and often complain about how lazily the show is written themselves. If its own characters don't even like the anime, why should anyone else? A guy is moving to a new town and his best friend says to go back and stay away. He doesn't give any details about why though, and the guy is already on his way. Then it gets weird. The show claims to be a comedy, but it seems more like a bad horror film. I didn't laugh a single time while watching this anime, and often was just wishing for the episodes to be over. There was little to no point in this anime. Each episode is only 3 minutes long, and I'm thankful for that because it was honestly 3 minutes too long. Want to watch an anime about a socially awkward and incredibly weird guy that has no brains? This anime would be for you then. If not, I wouldn't watch this. In the first episode, we learned that he's quick to assume people want to stare at him naked when they actually don't. He would rather eat alone than be with other people. He's extremely touchy, and he literally has no common sense whatsoever. It is supposed to be a comedy, but when you spend the whole time wondering why you're even watching it, I don't think they really did their job. I'm going to be honest, it took me 4 attempts to make it through the entire first episode of this anime. Nothing about it grabbed my attention. It just seemed very mediocre to me. It was yet another anime this season that tried to be funny at times but fell flat. Even the obvious fan service they try to throw in with close-ups on overly large breasts falls flat. The action didn't even interest me and that was its main goal. Everything just felt very underwhelming and couldn't grab my attention. This anime almost put me to sleep. There are a few action scenes, but they are not very intense. A lot of it is dialogue, and it's not very interesting. You don't get attached to any of the characters, and you almost don't even care if they end up getting themselves out of their massive pile of debt or not, even though that seems to be the main goal in the anime. The characters do not have unique personalities, and the plot is lacking. I can kinda see why this anime got delayed for release. The only thing I could think while watching this short anime was, what in the world am I actually watching? Like, seriously? This animation is terrible! Or almost non-existent, I should say. It's most like a slideshow with a little movement here or there. Some of the character designs are nice, but that can't help save this anime. Do yourself a favor and stay far away from this title. Every decision they made when making this anime should have been questioned. Even the characters they attempted to give a personality to felt hollow. That's it for today. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, and let me know what other types of videos you'd like to see from me in the future. Thanks for watching!